From the versatile Mazda CX-50 to the bold and elegant Mazda CX-90 to the best-selling Mazda CX-5. Don't just move. It's time to move and be moved, and come experience Mazda right now at Team Mazda on Airline.
Sounds like a move or be moved.
It sounds like what siblings would say to each other.
Yeah.
They're fighting.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Speaking of moving, we need to move all those poinsettias. The season is now over. Do they make Mardi Gras poinsettias? Is there a Mardi Gras flower?
Well,
You could spray paint them.
You sure could.
Well, we got, for example, Tico.
Yes.
Her tree, the Christmas tree, just transforms into the Mardi Gras tree.
We need your expertise decoration.
We got stuff in the newsroom that's doing that exact thing.
We do.
Why not spray paint them?
Yeah, right.
I like that idea.
There you go.
Do you use it now? So, okay, so you have it for Christmas, you have it for Mardi Gras. Is there any other thing you use it for?
I leave it up year-round.
Easter,
Okay, yeah, like do
July,
you do like an
Summer
Easter
trees.
separate decoration?
Sometimes. It really just depends.
Yeah.
If I'm having a lazy month,
Yeah.
probably not.
Okay.
That's
But I tried.
kind of like some of my neighbors. Like they've got the big Skeletor out for Halloween,
Yeah.
and then they'll leave
And
it for
they'll dress
Christmas, and they'll
them.
put
Yeah.
the Santa hat on. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
kind of like that.
I've seen that.
Repurpose.
Yes. I was just talking to a girlfriend about Christmas decorations, and really, you only get to enjoy it for the month of December. You really don't get to enjoy it that long. So, if you don't have children, well, I guess if you have children, it is required to put up Christmas decorations. I think you got to decorate. Exactly, but if you don't, it's not so required. Or in Tico's case, you just leave it up year-round, and you can decorate for all the seasons. That is so much more cheerful.
Yeah, absolutely.
I love
and it's
that.
a white tree.
Yeah, so it kind
And
of
my furniture's
goes with
white,
everything.
so it kind of like creates
Clean
an ambience.
aesthetic.
Yeah.
We love that. What is the other seasons? What are the other holidays that you decorate
Valentine's.
for? A love tree.
On a white tree, that look gorgeous.
Sometimes maybe during the summer I'll put like little, like
Pool floaties?
Yeah, pool floaties and like beach chairs on it.
Dang.
Wow, this is some tree.
My girl's
telling
thinking.
you.
I love that,
All
Tico.
decorations.
Festive for all the
But it
seasons.
depends.
Where do your decorations live when they are not in use?
In a box.
In a box in the attic?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where I'm
Yeah.
at.
Smart.
I just had to deposit all the Christmas stuff up there and pull down the Mardi Gras.
I
so.
know.
It's not
Yeah.
easy, man.
I'm
You got to
telling you.
negotiate. Like, I don't know what y'all's attic's, my attic. I mean, you got to step lively.
Oh, no.
One false move,
No.
you're
Yeah.
going
Oh,
through.
sure.
That's a
OSHA would
bad
be like,
movie.
not today, man.
No.
Get out.
Absolutely
Get out.
not.
Fix it. Get out.
Oh, okay. Well, our Christmas was
Yeah.
really warm this year,
It was.
right? But we just tease for all of you who get our app and our pushes. It just says we're getting a cold front. Is that right?
Yeah, we're going to get a cold front late Friday into Saturday.
Come on.
And then that'll knock things back down to where they should be because,
Temporary.
She loves the 80s.
Yes.
Tico doesn't like the cold.
Take
No.
those under temps.
I like the 80s too. I pop my collar and everything.
What? So, we actually may hit the decade of the 80s later today. Fog right now and warm later.
Yeah, but we're going to get the fog out of here. That
Easy.
That sounded funnier than I meant it to sound. Okay, but we do have a little bit of fog out there. It actually hasn't been so bad in the Baton Rouge area. Nevertheless, we do have the dense fog advisory. But again, we've been better than surrounding parts of the area. 67 degrees, and we've got a lot of humidity. You're going to feel that, so you won't need the jacket for today. 81 degrees, that was the high yesterday. That's not far from record territory, and we're going to do that again today in the lower 80s. So we do have the dense fog advisory area-wide until 10 a.m., and that's 1 hour a little bit longer than what we had yesterday morning. Still showing a perfect 8 right now over at BTR. We'll take that. 1/4 mile Lafayette, 1/4 mile New Iberia to Patterson, and 1 3/4 mile in Gonzales. So the farther south you go, you might encounter it. The farther west you go, you may hit that as well. But nothing really doing other than that. So once the fog goes away, we get rid of some early morning cloudiness. We'll have a mixture of sun and clouds the remainder of the day with warm weather as low pressure starts to develop and form off to the west, and that's going to drive through that next cold front. That's going to be at the very end of the work week. As for today, a relatively quiet day with only a 10% chance of a shower. The model only takes us up to 78. I say we get even warmer than that. Then here comes trouble as we get Friday. And by the way, we're going to have a chance of wet weather both AM and PM on Friday, but we're more looking at Friday late in the day, Friday overnight, because that's when we could see the possibility of a couple of strong to severe thunderstorms. Then the front sweeps on through. We're still going to have some lingering clouds behind that frontal system, but again, it looks like the best bet will be late Friday into Saturday morning. You can see on Friday the dew points really go forward. That means a lot of moisture, and there's a lot of energy for the system to work with. That's part of the reason why we're in that level 2 slight risk by the SPC. And again, it looks like the risks that we're going to be looking at, not so much flooding. I would say that's probably the least amount of our concerns. Possibly down damaging winds. Isolated tornadoes won't be able to be ruled out that time. And this time of year, sometimes we do get that kind of activity. The rain amounts are actually pretty decent, an inch, maybe an inch and a half, but they will be manageable. So again, I'm not too concerned at this time for any kind of flooding. For today, only a 10% chance. You won't need the rain gear. And there's the high temperature getting up around 80 degrees. Then for tonight, we're mild, we're muggy. Temperatures not dropping too far too fast. And we'll probably get another round of fog after midnight. Then in the 7-day forecast, again, we're highlighting Friday for that possibility of severe weather. The weekend's going to be okay. It's not going to be the prettiest of weekends. Now, Sunday, the good news, Sunday's dry. Your outdoor plans look good, but it's still going to be mostly cloudy, kind of dreary, certainly cool. Highs only in the upper 50s, and then cooler next week as we get low temperatures back on down to the 30s, a little bit more like winter. Right now, 7:08. Tico Fox, how are the roads?
Well, right now, if you're headed out, watch out for an accident that's going to be Segan right near Rieger Road. We're also getting reports of an accident on Millerville Road right near the I-12 overpass, is right at the on-ramp. Not causing any major problems, but it will slow down traffic. And speaking of slowing down, we're still seeing heavy delays moving west on I-12 out of Denham Springs. It's pretty slow now. As you approach Jubin Road, you can see right here at Range, lots of brake lights. Drivers are tapping them as they make their way towards 4-H Club Road. And even beyond that, we're still seeing moderate to heavy delays right around Millerville on out towards Airline, which is where those delays start to ease up just a bit. Right now, you're looking at about a 26-minute drive from Jubin on out towards the 1012. Stay with us. We'll be right back with more 9 News This Morning.
(7:10) on a Wednesday. I tell you, it's been a busy Wednesday morning, Liz. We've been in communication with Baton Rouge Police. A number of updates. We've got a shooting this morning to talk about, old shootings and some new arrests. So let's dig into this one. One of the latest ones here from Baton Rouge Police just informing us about this. A third arrest connected to a deadly shooting that left a Southern University student dead.
Donovan Pugh was the victim in that case. So have a good look here. Michael Coleman Jr. is now facing first-degree murder charges, home invasion charges, along with armed robbery charges. So this is actually on top of some other faces, unrelated charges. He's actually already in custody at the East Baton Rouge Parish Prison, but that is the latest update in this case. This is the third arrest in this case in relation to the death of Donovan Pugh.
And look at this, brand new information from BRPD this morning. This man, that's Christopher Andrews, now arrested in connection to a deadly shooting. The victim in this case, Daryl McBride. Now, this happened back on November 14th. Lorraine Street, kind of near Breckenridge, Douglas Avenues, if you recall. This is the second arrest in this case. U.S. Marshals helping BRPD with this one. Found him on Monday, they tell us. He's now being booked. He is already at East Baton Rouge Parish Prison facing a second-degree murder charge.
We're also following this situation. So our camera crews were on the scene here. This was about 4:15 this morning when our photographer, Brandon Shackelford, made his way to North Acadian Street in Ozark. We're told that this was an attempted armed robbery that happened at a convenience store there at North Acadian in Ozark. Now, if you look closely into that video, you see a bunch of investigators and police officers looking at that main door where the window was shattered underneath. We're told one person was shot, but it's expected to survive some non-life-threatening injuries here. We're still working to figure out exactly other details of this. As we get those updates, we'll push them to you through the 9 News app.
Need to make sure you know about this as well. If you live in St. Gabriel, specifically this subdivision, the Oak Trace subdivision, a boil water advisory is in place. Liz, we talked about this yesterday, right? And they were expecting results back. They sent water out to get analyzed. And they had a delay in getting those results back. So the boil water advisory is still in place until today. They're expecting those results back today. If you have questions, you're encouraged to call the Iberville Utilities. You see the number.
We're also expecting an update from Mayor President Sid Edwards today. He's speaking at the Rotary Club to provide a State of the City address. We're told he's expected to talk about opportunities, economic opportunities, along with efforts to revitalize neighborhoods and to curb crime. We expect to find out those updates at noon today. Expect that in later newscasts.
Expect a power outage.
Yes.
Actually, this is round 2 for the city of Plaquemine. They had a citywide kind of power outage earlier this week, like Monday. It was a morning, right? So tonight is round 2, from 10 o'clock tonight until midnight. Planned outage. They're telling us the crew's got to work on one of the big breakers out there, and they need to shut everything down for a couple of hours. Again, expected to be out from 10 o'clock to midnight.
And later this morning, an exit along I-110 southbound in Baton Rouge that's going to be closed for some important road work. DOTD says exit 2B. So 2B to North 22nd Street will be closed from 9 this morning until 3 this afternoon. Keep that in mind. That's a good important stretch if you are heading out to towards the airport direction. This is so crews can redo that pavement and install handicapped curb ramps. You may need to think about those alternate routes, but we'll remind you throughout the morning as well in case that is a part of your morning drive.
Yeah, a lot of folks obviously coming in from North Baton Rouge into downtown and places beyond. So just keep folks in the know. Tico, you always do a job. I mean, you didn't see any major issues because we were talking about fog, and you never know, that stuff rolls in, sets in, but never any major issues this morning so far.
Not this morning so far, and that was a good thing. So, you know, that was really good that nobody had to encounter those severe delays due to fog, but we were seeing fog pretty much closer to the New Orleans area, and that's pretty much expected over the water.
Always a good reminder to leave early, especially as we talk about fog in and throughout this week. It's not just today, it is much throughout Thursday as well. Perhaps Friday too, Jerry?
Yeah, we might deal with it Friday morning too before the big cold front arrives. So Friday late in the Saturday morning, you're definitely going to want that WAFB weather app ready to rock and roll because we could see a little bit of severe weather.
Reminder to sign up to win the contest to win an umbrella on Friday. That'll be real handy for us as we go into Saturday.
Yeah, we've got our handy new umbrellas that we're going to be giving away soon. Looking forward to that.
Really? Friday.
Do I know what they look like?
I don't know. We haven't seen them yet.
Bigger, better, brighter, faster.
Grab the umbrella to catch my tears so I can cry about the cold weather.
Oh, we'll keep you warm, Tico. Don't you worry. We're going to keep you warm. It'll be temporary.
It's big enough for that, too.
Yes.
From the versatile Mazda CX-50 to the bold and elegant Mazda CX-90 to the best-selling Mazda CX-5. Don't just move. It's time to move and be moved, and come experience Mazda right now at Team Mazda on Airline.